See what wizard there is then. Okay. There's a wizard here just now. I can feel. There's a connection between the wizard and the dragon somehow. Shatana, Tooko, Toroko. Right, okay, so it's been a lifetime when you've been a wizard for sure in a lifetime. Anatatata, aratatata. It doesn't seem like you are. It seems like you're definitely a part of a group with other wizards as well. Shonoto, anatati. There was like a school that you had went to at one point. It's like seems to me like there was a school that you had went to when you were. It wasn't when you were real young, but when you got sort of like to a young adult, you went to like the school and you had become a wizard. It's like. It's not like what we think here as a wizard. You think you're a wizard like a sort of fairy tale wizard. It's not like that. It's very serious. There's something about you being a wizard and a dragon. There's something connected between the wizard and the dragon. It's like when you were a wizard, you knew a lot about dragons because this is something you've had in past lives as well, and you incorporated that into you being a wizard in some way. It's like. It's like you were some sort of dragon master or something like that, something along those lines. That's what you went on to become, huh? From becoming a wizard in the beginning, you went on to become. It's like a dragon master, eh?
Like a teacher, or a trainer. Like I can see him with the dragons, and he's talking to them to other people, like describing them, some type of trainer / teacher.
Yeah, because I can see it. There's like an arena. It's like it looks like a round like. It's like the dragons in. Like, wait a minute. Yeah. Okay, so it's like you sort of ventured off, right? That's what you started learning to do, was to become like a wizard, and it's like you started finding out about dragons, and you started realizing you knew a lot about dragons, and you started specializing in that, and it's like you branched off. It's not something that's often done, and it's like that became your speciality. So when you had finished doing your schooling, that was what and it seems like, okay, so you left doing that, you went off, and it's like you went away on your own, and you went venturing out on your own, and it's like there's mountains, and I can see you going into the mountains. You went in there to find the dragons. Yeah, because it's like they're saying now. It's like it was like really dangerous when you did that. When you went out, it was very dangerous. Sanata, tonokoto, san, and I was like, yeah, it was very fukoto oro.
There's like a specific dragon he had a strong connection to. It's kind of like an orangish color. I don't know if we've talked about this before, but I see it as like a reddish orange dragon. I don't know. It's not that they were
maybe.
But it was like with him.
Yeah, probably Arif. Yeah, we talked last time.
Okay.
I think he was is my permanent guide.
Oh, okay. Okay, because I see.
It's like. Yeah, it's like they act like a collective at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. I feel that there's a connection. Yeah, definitely. That's when you first met, huh? That's right. Julie's saying. I feel that's when you first met. It's like in the mountains. You went in the mountains. You met him at one. I don't know if he was the first dragon you met. I'm not quite sure just yet, but you definitely met him at one point. There's a lot happened in those mountains that you went into. Oh, it seems like it was dragon territory. It was known as being dragon territory, that area. Nobody went there, and you went in. Yeah, because they said you were crazy for going in, but you went in. Sokoto oro no anasata. Oh, it seems like they were. Oh, okay. It's interesting because it's like you were challenged by the dragons. They challenged you, but like it's strange the way they challenged you. It's like they could have killed you, but they tested you in some other way. There was a test. Oh, I'm not quite sure what it is. There was another type of test they did with you. It's like they tested you physically as well, though. But like they didn't kill you, but they tested you to see how far you would go. see how far you would take it, how much you wanted it. It wasn't like easy. It was very difficult. It was like you did get hurt, but they didn't kill you. It's like that. That's what I see it like. It's like you were on a journey, and they kept on like when you were. I see it like more like when you're on a journey and you're walking, but they're like doing things to make it hard for you, like, but they're not killing you. So I see it like so. There was tests. There was more tests than that. There was other ones that were like to see how clever you were as well, to see how smart you were. There was things they did.
Okay.
They're very smart, the dragons, aren't they? Like they're very, like they work together, talk to each other, all that. Because you were by yourself, like they didn't really see many. They never saw people by themselves. If people were in those mountains or in that area, they were like in groups, and then they would kill them because then they were more threatened. But you were by yourself, so they were curious, like they were, you know, wanting to see. I think they could feel that you were curious about them, that you liked them.
Yeah, they knew there was a purpose for it. They knew there was more. They knew there had to be more to it. That somebody on their own like that would just walk in there on their own. Nobody would do it unless they were totally crazy, and they could see that this is what they watched you in the beginning to see. And it was like they knew there was, well, they thought you were either like there was something going on, or you were totally nuts. So it's like they watched you in the beginning, and then they started testing you. And it's like because they knew like if you were going to go into those mountains, there had to be a strong connection with you and the dragons. There had to be some sort of connection. So they started testing you to see how strong the test proved how strong the connection was, because if you never really wanted it, you would have turned back. So that's why they tested you like that. Yeah, they were very surprised that you'd done that. They were very, it's like Julie said, they were very, very curious, like what is he doing here, and why is he come? And it's like they didn't want to kill you because they could feel like if we killed them, that they would have lost something. They didn't know what it was, but they could feel there was something there. So it was a long time that you were in those mountains. You were there for a long time. Sanata. Oh. There was some sort of. I feel like it's not quite a volcano, but there's something along those lines there. There's some area there that's like that. It's funny because I just got information recently that the fire dragons, they like being around volcanoes, or like around the like existing volcanoes. You know, the ones that have erupted yet, but the ones that are, what's it called? Like, you know what I mean? But that's what it was like. There was something like that there. I can feel that. Sokoto Onoto Sata. Oh, it seems like that's where you were headed. That's where you were actually aiming for. Satana Titiata Oko. That's where you met him. Satana Te. It's weird. It's like you knew. It's like somehow you already knew that's where you were to go. I don't know how you knew that, but you knew that. Sanata Arakata O. And you knew that you were to go there.
Mm-hmm. He was guided by the like I keep seeing the orange-red dragon. He was guided. He knew exactly where to go, which is another thing they were curious about, because it's not like he's just sort of wandering around looking at things. Like he had a purpose and he knew where he was going. He was guided.
So that's where you went to meet this dragon, this Arif. There was tests when you met him as well. It wasn't a friendly meeting when he met you. It wasn't like that at all. It was very confrontational with him. It seems like he's no like that. The personality he has, or the style of dragon he is, they're no like that. They're no welcoming. They'll push you. So it's like that's what he'd done with you, and it's like he pushed you away. Shatanata. Oh, it was hard. It was difficult on the way, but when you got to him, it was extremely difficult to actually get to him, to be able to even communicate with him. It took a long time. It's like you lived there for a long time. he actually lived there. This went on for years. It was years. Sotoko ono toroko sate anawata. So yeah, shete. There's the mountain, and I see, and it's like a house. It's not a house, but that's the way they're showing it to me. And it's like a house sort of at the bottom of this mountain that this dragon lives on. And there's like a house close by, but I don't feel like it was a house he lived in. It was more something like a cave, or I don't know what it is, but it's not quite right that it was a house. Shotoro oh Nikia, and it was like Hashate. He would come as well. Sometimes he would come. It wasn't just you going to him. He would come to you as well at that house. He was trying to scare you sometimes to see what you were, to see how far he could push you. Shata. He was curious. He was curious about you as well. There was some, but it took him a while to even get to that stage where he would be like, you did start conversing with him. It's like this is a house. It's like a house. It's like a house made of stone. So cool. It's like a little cottage.
It's like rocks. It's sort of like.
Yeah.
Sort of. I kept seeing the rocks, but I wasn't sure why, because it's like that's one. It's like the dragon would push rocks at him or something like that. I don't know, something that he would do with the rocks. So he would just like build. He would like use it and just kind of build his own little area. He'd like throw rocks at him, and then he would be like, "Oh, okay," and then he would use it to make his own little.
I'm kidding with them. Okay, you can move a little bit in dragon side.
Yeah, okay, shut up. You want me to tap into that dragon? Or do you want to tap into just that dragon? Shut up. So koro ni tiyashe. Oh, he's saying that he's just to me now. You are a fool to come near. That's what you said to me.
He's not fool, he's a wild man.
Such a fool to come. Wait a minute. And it was a test. It was a test of your might, who you were, that you're still, that you are still connected now. So it's like it was partly to test you to see who you were, but he wasn't just testing you to see who you were. It was like how can I put it? It was making you into what he wanted. He wouldn't have connected with you unless it's like he toughened you up, and he would only connect with somebody that was strong like that. So he had to kept on pushing you over a long time and keep doing it to make you stronger and stronger and stronger, and then he would connect with you once you were strong, because you had to be strong for you to connect together. He's a very, very powerful energy, and you had to gain your power so you could connect with him. So it looked like it was brutal, but it wasn't actually brutal, is what he's saying. It's like he had to do that to get you to the right level where you could connect with him.
Mm-hmm.
He knew when the connection was made, it was a special connection. It wouldn't just be for one lifetime. He knew this. And like dragons, it seems they don't do this. They don't just connect. They'll connect with people for a short time, but when it's in a situation like yours, what happened, they don't do that just for a short connection. They only put effort in like that if it's going to be for something special, and that's what it is. It's a very special connection you've got. Shut up.
There's some kind of later on, there's some type of book that you wrote about dragons, and it's like you ended up having a partnership with this dragon, because you would talk to him about humans and things like that, and then he would communicate with you about dragons. So you sort of that's really what you wanted to do, because you didn't feel that all dragons were bad, things like that. But I guess at that time other people did. Like they didn't see them as intelligent. They didn't see them as they just saw them like brutes, like monsters.
Yeah.
You know. You ended up writing like I
Oh,
can
that's
see.
right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. He wrote the book, and he took the book out of the mountains. He didn't take the dragons out, but he took the book out of the mountains. It's like he stayed there and wrote the book, and then he left the mountains with this book. And it's like he went back to the school, and he said, like, look, this is, I've connected with, they were amazed when he came out.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, this is the book of the dragons.
Okay.
And he started teaching that in the school. That's what I feel. No, wait a minute. Sotoko is not entirely like that. Soto. It seems like it was disregarded in the beginning, but they took the. Oh, it seems. Oh, you took on students, is what it was. You took on your own students and taught them. That's what it was. That's what you did.
The ones that wanted to know, like not just anybody, but the ones he could tell really were like him and wanted to know about them.
Yeah. Yeah, because you gained fame. You gained fame, and it was like you gained popularity, and some people wanted. There's some wizards who actually wanted to learn. We don't take on certain students, of course, but Shaddai. Oh, so it was a pact you made with the dragons. Was to do this. It was part of the agreement you made with the dragons that you would do this. You would help them make connections with other humans. So there was like you would go back, you would write the book, and you would go out and you would take certain individuals and help them connect with the dragons. There was only a very small, very select few that you actually did this with. Shaddai.
Mm-hmm.
You can start writing, and you'll get information out. If you start writing again, you'll get information that you had wrote into that book. So cool. They're saying you've got like you've got a vast knowledge of dragons, and you can bring that forth.
I feel like that book is somewhere. Like, of course, finding it would not be. It's like a needle in a haystack, but the book is still out there somewhere, like tucked away, like in maybe a library or somewhere, some type of large building or temple or something, and the book is there, and it's like large, and it's like some type of leather or something bound, and in the middle there's like this orange sort of color, like an amulet or something like that. It's like round, like.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't see it, but the book is still there. Still there.
Yeah, oh, yeah, there's a good understanding you've got the way dragons work, the way they actually work. It's funny this coming out now. There's a load of stuff coming up about dragons just now. It's like I just got sent. Somebody just sent me some stuff that they wrote about a dragon. Christie's connected with that dragon. We're starting to do that dragon healing. And there was something else. Somebody else told me something about a dragon recently. I can't remember. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming up with them just now. Part of the reason that this is happening is because, well, part of the reason that this is happening and the other things, we got told the other day, I connected with the dragons and they told me now's the time. Now's the time that they're wanting their energy to come out. They're wanting stuff to be said. They're wanting their energy to start coming through because people know about dragons, but now's the time they really want to start integrating again. Mm-hmm. That's part of what you can do if you want to. You'll be able. You've got a lot of knowledge about them, so if you want to, you can start writing. You can actually just sit down and start writing. Just start writing up ideas that you've got about dragons. Don't have to think about it too much. Just let it come out, and you'll be able to start doing it. It's like they're waiting on that already. It's partly. Wait a minute. It's part of the way they want to tell us that. Yeah, you can write about them and you can take that. You can get that information to start coming out. It's partly what you're going to do. Shit. Because they keep saying it's like you're like a dragon master. It's like that. It's not quite the right word, but it's like a dragon master. It's like you've got all the knowledge there. So it's like yeah, it's they're saying like to not to bring it out would be like a scandal is what they're saying. So it's like yeah, it's all there. They're saying it's like it's there in its raw form, and you just need to let it come out. Getting into like you'll get used to it, but there's something you can do you can do like a meditation or something at the beginning to get yourself into like the right mindset, and then you start writing and it's all going to come out. It's like, not to put too much effort into the thought, not to overthink it too much or plan it out too much. Like when you're writing it, just write it and just see what comes out. Start with the story they're saying. It's like start with the story that we gave you, and start writing in the house. So if you start writing the story like that we've told you already, and that'll get the flow of it going. I was a wizard, and and if there's any other bits you want to add on to it, you can add them on, and just go through the story that we've wrote you, that we've told you, write it all out, and add bits on that you feel, and you can expand on it. And then once you get to the part about the house, that's when you're going to start writing about the dragons, because that's what you did then. The whole process of you writing what we've told you already will be that's the process of you getting in the right vibration, of like you getting used to it, you getting used to doing the automatic writing and getting used to and getting you in. It's going to help you connect with the wizard, but the wizard in that lifetime was the dragon master, so it's connecting you to the dragons as well. It's connecting you back in that lifetime when you connect with the dragon. So you're going to do it again now.
Okay.
You're going to write stories about them, or you can write the story of them. It's not so much the story of the dragon; it's the information about them.
Yeah. There's a fairy energy that's around you. It's just one, which is kind of different. The fairy is more like a guide. You know, most of the time I see them kind of all over, but this is just one in particular. She's like a green color, and so she's saying that she can help you with the writing, with the creative expression. She can bring that energy, and she also somehow she carries the knowledge of dragons also. Like she has a lot of that information herself, and so you can kind of channel her too, and she can help you remember.
Did she have a name?
Let me see if she'll give me one. It's I'll spell it. It's like Alanka, 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 Alanka.
Yeah, the big dragon. It's that dragon that you're with, Arif. He's here. He's awesome. He's big. Because I can feel him. He's like lying right across my floor. He's like his tail's away over there, and he's massive. He's like curled right round the whole room, Sata.
Did you have a message before we move to the few minutes to the crystal being?
Just a moment. He's talking about like now it's like time for you to do. It's like now it's time. It's time for you to start moving in that direction, And start to right. Wait a minute.
Okay.
It's like he's saying like now we've waited for this for like so long, and it's like now's the time to bring it out. That's what he's saying.
Okay.
And he's saying like yeah, you can do this. It's like it's. That's what he's saying.
Okay. You can watch the 5 last minutes for crystal being.
So what does he want to do with the last 5, sorry?
Crystal being. I have many kind of
Oh, crystal
connection.
being. Oh, it's interesting. Crystal being.
Where do they? I've never heard of that. Where do they? Where did they come from? Like, are they of Earth?
I think there are many kind of everywhere. I have a crystal soul, so I have many link. You have crystal giant, crystal this, crystal lion, crystal many variation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something about Agartha with him. So, what the There's beings in Agartha that want to connect with some crystal beings. So no toko. Sawana.
I just keep seeing like a bird. It's like a it's so different. I've never seen anything like that before. It's like a basically like a bird with really, really large wings, and it looks crystalline, like a quartz or something like that. I mean, it looks like crystal.
Hmm.
See it flying, and then I can see it sitting. It's almost like a kind of like a pet, or like maybe like a spirit animal or something. But it's different. It's different than the spirit animal, to where it comes in like to help you with things. It's more like a pet.
Hmm.
There's beings, right? There's these crystal beings. I can't feel what they look like. But they create the crystals in Agartha. It seems like in Agartha there's crystal buildings or crystal cities, and it's like they create these crystal cities, these beings, and it's like they're wanting to start connecting with you. It's like structure. It's like they create some sort of crystalline structure. I'm not sure exactly what it is.
If you when I try to tap into the bird figure, if you they do want to communicate with you, so it's sort of like they're saying if you see this, it will be like a guide for you, like the crystal bird. So if you see this, then sort of pay attention to what's going on, because that's how they are going to communicate with you, like communication, sort of like the bird is like delivering like a message for you. But
Hmm.
I can't see the crystal beings. I can't see like what they look like. I can only see the bird.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's the same with me. I can't see what they look like, but I can see sort of like them creating these like structures, and it's like they're showing me like buildings, but it's no. I know it's no buildings. It's something. It's to create something in some reality. This structure. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what it is.
Yeah. I've seen I can see this, and I've seen this before. It's sort of like if you were to core out a piece of the earth, and then so it's got that sort of round shape, and then you go straight up, and then there's walls, and then there's things like in the walls. It's like, and I can see like the crystal against the walls. It does something. I wonder if it does something with the earth, like the crystal grid or something like that. I don't
Hmm.
know, but it's I don't know if I can't really get a lot of information on it, because I think it's not really like for me to know. It's like for you to find out and explore and but just follow this bird, because a crystal bird is kind of a different symbol. So if you see that, like you know something, pay attention to that.
Yeah, there's something about. It's hard for me to word this, but it's like something about. It's either all realities or this reality that I'm talking. Like it's Agartha. It's something to do with Agartha. It's like that reality. There's something about it. It's like it's a crystalline. God, how can I put this? the nature of the reality is crystalline. It's like a crystalline structure to the reality, and there's these beings that create this structure.
Okay. Maybe we create the structure and which we reflect what we are, something like that, maybe.
Yeah. Shata oko noto wata. Yeah, because they're saying like the builders. Oh, and there's something about the doorways, the gateways to get through as well. They have something to do with that also. They have I don't know what it is, but they play some role in these gateways to get through there, all through Agartha as well. They're saying it's like they're not gatekeepers, but like it's weird because they're showing me like a sphere, like, and it's like all this like a structure, like crystalline network structure, and it's like they're showing me like openings in it, and the openings are made out of the crystalline structure as well, and it's like they're saying like it's like they create these, they decide where the openings are as well, but they don't guard them, but they create the openings. It's like that. Oh, and it's like they're saying as well, they maintain it. They maintain the structure. So maybe it is something to do with like Julie's picking up on the crystal grid. Maybe it is something to do with that, because that's how I'm seeing it, like a sphere, and it's like crystals, and then it's got some openings. So yeah, that'll give you something to start looking into yourself. So give you something to go on there.
Yeah, it's like they don't want to give you too much information because they want for you to find things out and learn things for yourself by following guidance, and they want you to because you'll know more that way. It's better for you to learn it by following your intuition than someone telling you, because it's so complicated. It's so like the pathways, the doorways, the gateways. It's like they move and change. It's not the same all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, spot on. Yeah, it's like when things, it's like Julie's saying, when some things get really complex, it's like it's even hard for me to word it, because it's like they show you images and stuff, and you get in like concepts. So it's like Julie's saying, it's like it's hard for you to. It works much better if you discover it, like if you discover it, but if you find out more about it on your own, you'll get more of an understanding of it, because it's hard to translate into words, you know.
Yeah, it's integrate much more easy in this thing.
Yeah, but it's good now that you've got something to actually go on. You know what I mean? You've actually got something that you can start, you can develop on. You know, so.
The crystal ball have a color and a name, Julia?
With the bird that I see, it looks like a very clear quartz, and I don't see any color on it. It's like kind of like glass, but I know it's quartz, quartz, and it has, like, you know how when the sun shines, it's really pretty. Like when the sun shines and it has the little different colors.
Yeah.
Like it'll like flaps the swings, and like it's but it doesn't. It's like there's no name associated with it, because it's sort of like a representation of the energy.
Yeah, okay, it's more the symbol in itself, not the name. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But it has like a connection to you, that's why it feels like a pet, you know, to me. Like it feels like a pet, like that you've had for a while, and you have a connection with it. I guess that's why it feels like a pet to me, because you're connected.
Okay.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Do you have a last thing you want to add, Neil, before?
No, I'm not getting anything now. It's like it's going. The energy's going down. It's starting to flatten out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty flat now. Okay, I don't know if you're getting anything else, Julie, or I'll just stop it there.
Yeah, you can stop it.
Stop it there.